feel violated right now.
It was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn, and everyone, telling me they love me and, just turn their back on you in a second.
Something dark just got dragged into the light. As the Diddy federal trial explodes in New York, a bombshell courtroom revelation just put Usher and Justin Bieber right in the middle of the fire. And what's coming out ain't just whispers, it's video footage, secret recordings, and accusations that go way deeper than anybody thought. I'm talking about alleged freak-off footage. Champagne bottles laced. A 15-year-old Justin Bieber was handed over to Diddy by Usher. And now, new reports say Usher has finally testified about what really went down behind the scenes. And it involves disturbing footage with Bieber that prosecutors are now investigating. And if what folks are saying is even halfway true, we're looking at one of the most sinister cover-ups in Hollywood history. But here's the real kicker. Justin might have been used as bait. Usher might have known more than he ever let on. And now that the footage has allegedly been submitted to court, there's no turning back. Before we even get to Justin, y'all need to understand how deep Diddy's grip really went. See, this doesn't start with Bieber. It starts with Usher. At just 13 years old, Usher was sent to live with Sean Diddy Combs for a year at his infamous Flavor Camp. Sounds innocent, right? Except according to multiple insiders, including Diddy's own former bodyguards, Flavor Camp was more like a training ground for control.
And I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp?
Yeah, that's what it was called.
And it wasn't just music. According to an old interview, Usher himself admitted he was exposed to wild adult activities as a minor. One of Diddy's former bodyguards, Gene Deal, allegedly said Usher had to be hospitalized due to a situation that left him bleeding from the buttocks.
Puff sent this little kid to the hospital. How he sent him to the hospital? Man, bleeding from the butt.
What's even more surprising, Diddy kind of slipped up during an interview with Kevin Hart. Usher walked in, and out of nowhere, Diddy goes, "We used to fight over the Frosted Flakes." Like, huh? Was that just cereal or some weird code for something else? Kevin Hart was losing it like, did he really just say we used to wrestle over Frosted Flakes while we're live? It was wild.
Every day one, we used to wake up and, pause, but like, check this out. Back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented.
And now fans are questioning, did Usher become a product of Diddy's or something worse? Because years later, he'd be the one introducing another teenage boy into Diddy's inner circle, Justin Bieber. When Justin blew up in 2009, he was just 15, fresh-faced, full of talent, and barely old enough to drive. And right around that time, Usher stepped in as a mentor. But this mentorship quickly turned into something else. There's this old video from 2010 that's resurfaced. Diddy's talking to a young Justin Bieber, saying he's been given custody of him. And for the next 48 hours, they're going full crazy. He even calls it a 15-year-old's dream, like it's all just fun and games.
We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. I have been given custody of him, guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So, and we gonna go full crazy.
Going crazy.
Crazy.
And who do fans think helped set this up? Yup, Usher. According to Jaguar Wright, Diddy had been trying to get his claws into Bieber, but couldn't, until Usher gave the green light.
He took Justin Bieber there. Diddy had been trying to get to Bieber for a minute, and his management was backing him off. But it wasn't until Usher took over management and had guardianship.
And once that door was opened, the parties began. Now let's get into what really went down at these so-called parties. Multiple sources, including Cassie's lawsuit and fan videos, describe Diddy's infamous freak-offs. Private events allegedly filled with underage boys, champagne laced with roofies, and hidden cameras in every corner. There's an actual video of Diddy handing Justin a champagne bottle on his birthday while women scream, "Happy birthday, Justin!" and he kneels down to drink from it.
Welcome to the family, John.
He was just 15. That ain't mentorship. That's madness. But it gets darker. A clip is circulating online allegedly shows a Bieber at a Diddy party, looking glassy-eyed and off balance.
Bad boy. Oh, he's bad.
Signing the bad boy.
Here's your icon alert. It's called He's Bad Boy Now. Bad boy.
Some even claim he was filmed in situations, including one disturbing rumor that a video showed him with Odell Beckham Jr., allegedly filmed without consent.
Being in this video with Trey Songz and Odell Beckham Jr. looks highly suspicious. I can show you a still from that video because I think the relevant part is Justin Bieber is not sober.
And then this tweet dropped. There had been rumors that years ago the Bieber tapes were sold to clients for millions. Let that marinate for a second. Now here's the part that'll blow your mind. Someone actually tried to sound the alarm about what happens at these parties, but nobody paid attention. Cat Williams tried to speak out, but they shut him down. He warned that the truth would eventually catch up with all of them.
Deviance is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all.
And sure enough, it did start catching up piece by piece. Years later, Bieber seems to have distanced himself, but the past kept creeping back. One clip resurfaced recently shows Diddy confronting Justin in a studio. Why haven't you been hanging out with me? You don't call me, you don't text me. Bieber, clearly uncomfortable, stammers, I don't have your number.
Different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But you never really got my number, so.
Right, okay.
My number?
The energy was off. He looked cornered. Fans said it looked like Diddy was more than just hurt. He was checking in on something. Damn, this is heartbreaking looking at it in hindsight. Everything screams pet off this video. This moment sparked a wildfire online. You know what's even sadder about all this? What Justin went through was right there, broadcast on TV for everyone to see. But no one really paid attention. No one said anything. No one did anything. But Justin tried. He really did. And that moment right there says it all. Was Bieber trying to escape? And did Diddy still try to reel him back in? Fast forward to today. Usher has allegedly testified in Diddy's federal case, and according to insiders, he revealed the existence of disturbing footage taken during one of these parties involving Bieber. The footage, reportedly recovered by investigators from a storage server, allegedly shows Justin Bieber in a vulnerable state, possibly during a private party hosted by Diddy. The courtroom, according to one journalist, went dead silent when the contents were described. Now here's where it gets real. Usher is said to have recognized the footage and confirmed that he was present that night, and he never said a word until now. Y'all, let's talk about the elephant in the room. If Usher really knew what Diddy was doing, why didn't he say anything? Not back then. Not when Cassie sued. Not even when Jaguar Wright aired it all out. Only now, with federal pressure breathing down everyone's neck, does Usher finally speak. This ain't just a betrayal, it's a pattern. Remember, Usher allegedly witnessed Diddy physically assaulting Cassie and said nothing. Even when tapes started leaking, he played dumb. Some say he's just a product of the same machine. Silenced, controlled. But others say Usher knew he was handing Bieber over to the devil. I hope he goes down in flames with Diddy, according to a fan comment. Now here's something that slipped under the radar. In a 2014 episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Khloe drops a wild confession. She casually mentioned that she had flown out for what she called a naked party. Apparently, a lot of people there weren't wearing much. Diddy showed up, along with Quincy and even Justin Bieber. Hold up. Khloe Kardashian said this on national TV. Why didn't anyone question it back then? A party full of naked adults and a teenage Bieber with Diddy present? What else happened at those parties we were never meant to know? Looking back, Justin might have been screaming for help this whole time. We just didn't hear it. Take his song, Lonely. He says, everybody saw me sick and no one cared. They just judged me.
It feels like all the lights have changed. Maybe when I'm older it'll all go down. It's killing me now. 'Cause I've had everything, but no one's listening.
Some fans believe this was a coded cry, that he was humiliated and stripped of his childhood, and all people saw was a kid acting out. But yo, it wasn't just that one song. There was another track. Turns out it was actually AI generated that had Justin singing about how he lost himself at Diddy's party. He went on about chasing a new Ferrari, but ended up losing way more than just his soul.
Lost myself at a Diddy party. Didn't know that's how it goes. I was in it for a new Ferrari, but it cost me way more than my soul. What's in my phone?
Crazy, right? Now here's the real twist. Justin recently dropped a creepy surveillance-style video. No caption, no context, just him staring into a camera like he's trapped. It looks eerily like the footage style Cassie described from the freakoffs. Some think he's mocking it, others think he's exposing it. And one tweet says, Justin Bieber was a victim. I hope he testifies. Is Bieber finally reclaiming his truth? Now we gotta talk about Patty Millette, Justin's mother. Fans are turning on her hard, because if the rumors are true, she knew exactly what Usher and Diddy were doing to her son, and she let it happen. She trafficked her son? She belongs in prison for life if she did. Where was Justin's mom? People are now accusing her of selling her son, signing contracts, allowing private trips, and ignoring the warning signs. Others are saying that she pimped her son. Why would a mother let her 15-year-old be mentored by two men with known party reputations? That's the question people are finally asking. And the answers? They're devastating. Many believe they exploited the tension between Justin's parents. After all, he was discovered on YouTube, wasn't he? Now, if you stop and think about it, have you ever seen a photo of Justin's parents together with Usher, his label, and Diddy all smiling like one big supportive group who agreed to sign him? Not at all. To those people, he was simply a kid without supervision. So, when they got guardianship over him, that's when they saw their chance to exploit him. Recently, footage came out of Christian and Justin Combs, Diddy's sons, being interviewed after their sister's graduation. Christian smiles.
What's up, King? How are you, man? Good to see you, man.
We got some.
Who's graduating today?
Chance.
Oh, congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Hey, King, quick question.
It's a girl, not a man.
How's your father doing so far?
How's he holding up right now, man?
He's good.
But when the reporter turns to Justin Combs, he says nothing. He looked like a man carrying guilt.
How's your dad going so far, man? He's okay?
I don't think Mary's out here.
Fans are now speculating that Diddy's sons are cooperating with the feds and that Justin Combs might be the one holding the truth about what went down at those parties. Now here's the final twist. TMZ recently reported that Justin Bieber has officially denied ever being abused by Diddy. He claims their relationship was surface level and he only interacted with Diddy's sons, not the man himself. They were never close. Diddy was just around. But fans aren't buying it. Because here's what happened just days after that denial. Justin drops a clip, this time in total silence, of him watching himself from a distance on an old TV. The caption, "Some things stay with you forever." What does that mean? Nobody knows for sure. But one thing's clear, he's still haunted. So now, the truth's unraveling. Usher's connection to Diddy runs deeper than we thought. Bieber's past might have been darker than we ever imagined. And with freak-off footage allegedly submitted to court, this is no longer just a rumor. It's a criminal conspiracy that could rock the entire entertainment industry. Let this be a wake-up call. If Justin's really trying to free himself, we need to listen. If Usher's finally talking, it might be too late. But if the courts really got footage of a teen pop star being passed around elite parties, then this ain't just about Diddy. It's about an entire system. Believe me, this isn't the end of it. If more witnesses step forward, if more tapes leak, this could expose the darkest secrets in Hollywood. So if you found this video powerful, smash that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe so you don't miss what's next.